War Thunder has many tanks spanning from World War II to the modern day. Some of those vehicles are well armored, and some of those vehicles are lightly armored. The Leopard 2A6 is an example of a very well armored main battle tank. However, you'll find, just like any other tank, the Leopard 2A6 does have its weak spots. For example, standard weak spots would be the gun, the turret ring, and you could also go for the engine. These will disable the vehicle, but may not kill it. Let's go into the armor viewer to see a little bit further what you can do to this thing. Looking at the 2A6 in the armor viewer, using M735 as a reference, you'll find that the turret on the Leopard 2A6 is exceptionally well armored. No spots you will not be able to go through with M735. However, there is a common weak spot on most tanks in the game, and that is the form of the gun. Even ammunition as weak as M735 is able to disable the gun and breach. This allows you to survive an engagement at least for a little while until it repairs it. Another place you can shoot vehicles in the game is the tracks. This will stop them from moving. However, this will not prevent you from getting shot by them. Another place you can also shoot vehicles if you get their sides is the engine. Once again, same problem with the tracks, that disables their movement, but it won't prevent them from firing at you. However, under circumstances where you can run away, shooting them in the tracks or engine is actually a pretty good way to stop them and help your teammates kill them. Looking at another heavily armored tank, we have the Tiger H1. As you can see here, most of the armor on this thing is impenetrable for the Sherman Jumbo. However, just like with the Leopard 2A6, you can go for the gun, disabling it. You can also go for the tracks, disabling them, stopping his movement. Same problem as before. If you don't shoot the gun, that gives him a chance to aim at you and shoot you back. The Tiger H1 also has another weak spot, and that's the form of the commander's cupola. This is a chance of taking out the gunner and the commander, preventing him from firing at you, so it's a pretty good place to shoot. Another thing about the Tiger H1 is that its lower side armor is only 63mm thick, so with the M61 shot, it is also a fantastic place to shoot. The next vehicle I'll be looking at is the Gag Tiger. This vehicle has a pretty strong frontal arc here, and because the gun does no muzzle brake, it's actually quite difficult to disable unless you're a very good shot. You could also go for the machine gunner port here. That could potentially do a work, but the issue there is that it's also a pretty small weak spot. You could also try going for the tracks. This would disable his movement, but again, that gun's very dangerous. If you're at a slight angle like this, you're probably going to be able to hit the gun, so that's a very good option to disable this vehicle. You can't really go at him from the sides, but you can also go at it from the tracks. This will immobilize him, but he can still turn left and right, so it's not completely safe. If you look over to the side here, and then I'll zoom out, you can go for this area here, which will disable his transmission, completely immobilizing the vehicle, and because he doesn't have a turret, he can't turn it to shoot. You could also shoot it over here, right in the casemate. This is a chance of killing the vehicle if he has ammo there. It won't do too much, and you'll still be able to turn, so I would think that going for the transmission, or you could go for the engine over here, and that would stop the vehicle from firing at you. Then you can finish it off. If you like this video, you can also try checking out the video I made on APDS generations in War Thunder.